Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Imperial Austria campaign in Victoria 3. You may notice the time is skipped forward a little bit. I did the last recording without my microphone on, unfortunately, and this is an Ironman, so there are no do-overs. It's a bit of a shame, too, because we were able to take Mecklenburg without having to even fire a shot, so we did get our opponents to back down in that diplomatic play and take most of that state. We also got steel frame buildings, which is why our construction queue is absolutely bonkers right now, and, well, comparatively bonkers. And we're currently trying to pass racial segregation, which has pissed off the aristocracy and gotten us 2/3 the way toward revolution, which is actually something I'm not too unhappy with, because here's the thing. If we had the revolution, I'm reasonably certain I could win it, and doing so would kick the aristocracy out of the government and marginalize them, which would thereby increase the influence of everybody who didn't rebel and allow us to push through a whole bunch of reforms really quickly, potentially even changing the government type in Austria and almost certainly passing racial segregation as a somewhat slight improvement over outright aggressive persecution. So, you know, picking between two bad choices there, and I fully acknowledge that, but sometimes needs must. So we are going to be doing just a couple more tooling workshops and dye plantations, and then we really need to get into sort of the changing needs of our economy as we switch over to other building methods. So tooling workshops are very much necessary, but we need more coal, we need more engines, and we also need to build more barracks because it's becoming a problem that we don't have those. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of the temporary consumption taxes I had to raise in order to balance our budget. And then we can see about let's do coal first, I think. So let's get, Bohemia is becoming a really important state for us, and I think we should double down on that and just get a huge GDP here if we can. And then motor industries are currently, where? Tyrol? That's fine, we can build 5 more in Tyrol. And I think that should get us a little bit healthier of an economy for right now. 24 battalions in reserve, out of which HQ, so that's North German. Would be nice to have those troops. They're not part of the current rebellion either. So, yeah, I think what we're going to do, we're going to start building up a couple more barracks. And for right now, we're going to build them just in Austria. So, give me 5 at a time. And we're just going to constantly keep 5 building at a time. And this is just, it's a safeguard against revolution at the moment, because Austria as a loyalist state means we would keep those troops, we'd be able to still field those men, and that would be pretty nice. We are also getting rid of one of our institutions. We've gone down to Colonial Affairs 2. This is in part to get us up to Health System 4, but also so that we can start incorporating states. So we have taken Silesia, Brandenburg, and Magdeburg, but we haven't incorporated them, and that is going to diminish our ability to get full taxation, full productivity out of those states. So 5 years to incorporate really isn't that bad, but we do need even more bureaucracy cap before we can keep that going. So as soon as our barracks are getting completed here, that's the next thing that we're going to, and this is something, I don't know if you guys do this, but I definitely do. I do long-term needs in the production queue, and then I kind of sneak stuff up to the front that's a little bit more immediate in small numbers, right? So we're going toward the needs of our economy. Oh, rural folk sewing Discord, why? Are you guys supporting or not supporting? Oh, let's see. There's so many tooltips and so little actual information sometimes. Okay, you guys don't care about racial segregation. Okay. We could piss them off royally, but if they rebel too, we're kind of toast. We're gonna have to appease them. Yeah, okay, that sucks, but it is what it is. And let's keep building up these barracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And, I mean, our South German HQ here in Austria just needs to be a little bit stronger than it is. So our current generals, Heinrich von Hesse, would be mostly gone, and he's our largest army. So we need Josef Radetzky, and honestly, I'd rather have a replacement for him as well. So let's take a look at, what's the best way to do this? This here, and South German, no. Supply requisitions, but no offensive or defensive traits is not worth it. We'll just make our generals higher rank. That does have some benefit as well, so I think that's the plan for right now, and let's keep getting more barracks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very well, very nice. We should be okay. Alright. And, I mean, it's not firing yet, right? So, if we can maintain this fragile sort of state of affairs for a little while longer, we might be able to be in the clear. I'd like to lower taxes, but we really can't afford it, and I mean, we have too many construction centers, that is the issue. But it's also, I mean, hey, you gotta spend money and invest to make money, and if that means taxing people or going broke, well, you gotta tax people, because right now we'd be going broke. We only have 3.15 million gold reserves, which is very much going to be a problem, especially if there is a revolution. That can get out of hand pretty quickly if we end up bankrupt. Nothing I can do about that at the moment, though. Bringing people's quality of life up would be nice, and we do need textile mills for this, but I think glass is still the priority, so let's get industry going and more glassworks. Market access is also going to be an issue, though, so let's fix that in Bohemia before we keep going. Give me 2 more railways there, and glassworks was going to be in Venice, so let's get 5 more glassworks, and let's see, we still need more. Well, those should be building. I'm not sure we'll need more than 5 based off the numbers here, but we will need more coal, so let's get more coal and coal mines. Okay, let's spread things out a little bit. Let's go to Moravia and build 10 more coal mines in Moravia. Should be fine, should be absolutely a-okay. If we can, well, if we can avoid dying anyway. Okay, nearly halfway to racial segregation, that's a very good thing. And, just a moment. My cat is in a very playful mood today, and she's not really getting with the whole, okay, but I need to not play with her right now. So, I mean, it's completely adorable, but it's also a little bit unfortunate. She just kind of nipped at my foot, and that was very distracting. Oh well, anyway, let's keep building up a couple administrative buildings in Austria. So the reason I'm doing this a little bit slowly, because you could say, well, just start incorporating and that's fine, but that would also tank my money right now, because when you dip below in bureaucracy, especially by a large amount, you lose things to tax waste. And if we all of a sudden shot to negative 400, negative 600 in bureaucracy, we'd lose that plus 40,000 we're getting. And I do want the gold reserves as a safeguard. Maybe not ideal to have to lean on that, but that's what we have to lean on. So for right now, it's just an unfortunate reality. Let's go ahead and promote Radziecki again. So we do have more men in the field now. We should be getting even more trickling into Austria as they are recruited. So, oh no, actually it looks like we have everybody there, and I'm a little worried about munitions cost. Let's take a look. Yeah, small arms are getting a little expensive. Okay, we're okay for that. Ooh, reinforced concrete will increase our throughput that much more. And I think we do need... So if we look over here in society, taxation capacity would be nice. Oh, I don't care for labor movement so much. Let's go ahead and go up to repeaters and sort of modernize the military a little bit more. Because my hope is we can get up to competent enough that we can start ignoring the other powers or even beating them on the field of battle. But to do that, we need a scientifically advanced military, not just one that's struggling to stay on par. Which right now we're very much struggling to stay on par. GDP has been going bonkers though, really. Holy cow. We were about 50 million behind France 2 years ago. Now it's only 30 million behind France. So, I mean, hey. That's nice. That's very nice. Bohemia and Mecklenburg have low market capacity. Okay, so 2 rails going there. Let's get 2 rails going in Mecklenburg as well. That should be pretty nice. And we're not really getting much from our investment pool, but unfortunately no changing economic laws right now. Not quite yet. I would really like to form Austria-Hungary first. We have a whole bunch of extra influence, but this isn't the worst thing. So it's giving us plus 25% infamy decay, which, as you guys recall, should be not even, I mean, it's halfway offsetting our bad ruler. So this is valuable just to have it sitting there and making people hate us that little bit less. But let's see. Great Britain, France, and Russia have all been swayed about as much as is possible. We could go for the Ottomans, but I'm not sure that that would be a worthwhile investment. And I think, unfortunately, we are going to call it here for today. So thank you all for hanging around, and we'll get on the move soon. We'll get our army modernized and keep making war. So thank you guys for hanging around. We'll see you again real soon.